Hello and welcome to our special election show, Verdict 2014, a roundup of all the day's election news. I'm Ishan Russell, and first up, let's have a look at the headlines. Terrorist strike in Jammu and Kashmir a day before the Prime Minister's rally. At least 10 killed in the encounter in Arnia. Security stepped up. Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren files his nomination papers from Dumka constituency. Scrutiny of nominations for the fourth phase of Jammu and Kashmir polls completed. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah and PDP patron Mufti Saeed amongst the prominent names in the fray. And BJP releases vision document for Jammu and Kashmir, assures rehabilitation for Kashmiri Pandits, promises reservation for women in the assembly. All right, the big election news today is, of course, a day before Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rally in Udhampur. Terrorists struck in Jammu's Arnia today. 10 people, including 3 civilians and 3 army soldiers, were killed in a fierce gun battle. The attack comes only days after the army issued warning of terrorists planning to disrupt the poll process in the state.
हमारे पास जो है आने वाले दिन में जो है कुछ मिलिटेंट ग्रुप और कुछ ऐसे दस्ते जो भारत के खिलाफ है, वो लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल में और भी लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल के अलावा और बाकी हिंटरलैंड में, मतलब अंदर के इलाके में भी कुछ ऐसे इनपुट है कि ये लोग जो है इलेक्शन प्रोसेस को वो डिस्टर्ब करना चाहते हैं.
On Wednesday, Army issued this statement, warning of possible militant strikes during the ongoing assembly polls. On Thursday, the militants struck. They killed 3 civilians and got engaged in a fierce gun battle with the security forces in Arnia. 3 Jawans were also killed in the gun battle.
पूरा एरिया जो है अब उसको हम लोग सर्च कर रहे हैं. अपने लोगों को वहां पे भेजा है इसके बारे में जानकारी इकट्ठी करने के लिए कि कोई यहाँ से जो लोग आए हैं उनमें से स्प्लिंटर ग्रुप निकल के और यहाँ से कहीं निकला तो नहीं है.
The attack comes a day before Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rally in Udhampur, near to where Home Minister Rajnath Singh assured that the forces are keeping an eye on the situation.
हमारी फोर्स और वहाँ के लोग जो है पूरे मामले पर अपनी नजर बनाए हुए हैं.
Security has been beefed up by BSF along the border. Extra forces have also been deployed in Jammu city, Udhampur and Poonch areas. Udhampur will vote in the second phase on December 2nd. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And not very positive news from poll-bound Jharkhand as well, where Maoists attacked poll officials at a village in the state's Latehar district on Wednesday. They torched at least 8 vehicles and ambushed a security forces team as well. Now, the attacks coming ahead of the second phase of polls next week have seriously raised security concerns.
A day after peaceful polling, Maoists launched attack on a polling party in Latehar. The polling officials were returning from their cluster points to their base station when they were stopped by the group of rebels. 8 CRPF tractors were set on fire. Maoists also fired upon the polling party, which triggered a gun battle with the security forces. However, no one was injured.
तब क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? क्या चीज़ आप लोग सुना है?
फायरिंग हो रहा था, उसको सुने हैं.
कितना देर फायरिंग चला है?
2 घंटा की रात.
हम सुअर आता है खेत में तो धान काटने गए थे, लेकिन आवाज सुन के हम घरे लौट गए. घरे आके हम सो गए थे.
कितना देरी गोलीबारी चला है?
गोलीबारी हम लोग आधा घंटा से हम सुने.
Maoists had also tossed 2 vehicles of the polling officials on Tuesday in Chaibasa, which will go to polls next week. The state authority termed the attack as an effort by the rebels to disrupt the peaceful polling process. Security has been stepped up in the Maoist affected areas. Patrolling has been intensified in border areas with neighbouring states. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
All right, now let's talk about the nominations. And in fact, in Jharkhand, Jharkhand's incumbent Chief Minister Hemant Soren filed his nomination papers today from Dumka constituency. Soren was elected to the assembly for the first time from this seat back in 2009. Now, the Jharkhand Chief Minister, who took charge only 14 months ago, faces an uphill task to guide the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha back to power. The party is banking heavily on his appeal, especially among the tribal masses who form a big chunk of the state's electorate. The challenge for JMM gets amplified further as the party is fighting the election without an alliance with the Congress. And the scrutiny of nominations has been completed for the fourth phase of polls in Jammu and Kashmir as well. A total of 195 candidates have filed their papers for this phase to be held on the 14th of December. Saturday is the last day to withdraw nominations. 18 assembly constituencies will vote in this phase, which has quite a few big names in the fray. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah, of course, one of them, will be in the fray from the Sonawar seat. He is seeking re-election for a second consecutive term. Omar is also contesting from the Birwa seat, but he chose not to contest from Gandarbal, a seat he represents presently. In Anantnag, former Chief Minister and PDP patron Mufti Muhammad Saeed will be contesting for a new term. And buoyed by a handsome turnout in the first phase, the PDP has stepped up its campaign in the valley for the remaining phases. PDP patron Mufti Muhammad Saeed addressed a rally in Poonch, outlining his party's agenda after polls. He assured peace and sustainable economic prosperity if his party is voted to power. He said the biggest challenge before the Modi government is to deal with the sensitive issue of Jammu and Kashmir. He evoked former Prime Minister Vajpayee in his speech to emphasize that only dialogue is the way out of the Kashmir problem.
Free economic zone, tijarat free, movement free, इसको क्यों मॉडल नहीं बना देंगे जम्मू कश्मीर को लोगों का आना जाना होए। तो इसलिए ये करने में पिछले 6 साल से हालात हुए, विश्वास की कमी हो गई, वो सरकार नहीं कर पाए।
Staying with news from Jammu and Kashmir, in a bid to woo Kashmiri pundits, the BJP has promised to reserve 3 out of the 46 assembly seats in Kashmir for the community. Releasing its vision document, the party vowed to initiate the process of resettling Kashmiri Pandit. It will also reserve 5 seats for refugees from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir from the 24 seats kept vacant for POK. The party also promises to give 33% reservation to women in the Legislative Assembly and Council.
T, tourism, I, infrastructure, M, modernization, E, empowerment. आज जिस चीज़ की जरूरत है इस देश प्रदेश को, हमने उस ढंग से ये विजन डॉक्यूमेंट पेश किया है। हमारे अध्यक्ष ने कहा है कि जो हमारा घोषणा पत्र है वो इसके बाद हम जल्दी देंगे।
And switching to Jharkhand now, where Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari was back on the campaign trail. He addressed a rally in Hatia, which is scheduled to vote in the third phase on the 9th of December. Campaigning for the local BJP candidate, Gadkari urged voters to elect a government that will ensure development in the mineral-rich state. The BJP is looking to make a comeback in Jharkhand after the JMM Congress alliance replaced it. The party hopes to keep up the strong showing in Jharkhand in the Lok Sabha elections when it won 12 out of the 14 seats.
सबसे ज्यादा कोयला यहाँ पर आपको बिजली नहीं है, खनिज संपत्ति है पर उद्योग नहीं है।
हम देश के तस्वीर को बदलना चाहते हैं, गांव गरीब मजदूर किसान का कल्याण करना चाहते हैं। अगर देश की परिस्थिति को और राज्य की परिस्थिति को सुधारना है तो 2 क्षेत्र महत्व के हैं। एक
And once a prosperous industrial area, Nirsa constituency in Jharkhand's Dhanbad district is now a mere shadow of its past. Struggling mine-based industries have created rampant unemployment in the area. People complain that unionism was the reason behind the poor state of affairs in this constituency. We travelled over there and here's the report.
Dhanbad, a district surrounded by rich mineral reserves of coal and iron. Bordering West Bengal, this district is one of the few most industrialized regions of Jharkhand. Nirsa constituency in this district was once home to several mine-based industries, especially hard coke plants based on coal mines. But all that is past now. People allege lack of employment opportunities here. Several industries have shut down, mostly because of union and labor problems.
बड़ा जो भी कंपनी फैक्ट्रियां थी वो सभी बंद हो गई। यहाँ राजनेता आपस का लड़ाई के कारण ये सब में चेष्टा भी नहीं रखते हैं।
स्थिति बहुत ही खराब है, सब फैक्ट्री यहाँ बंद, कल कारखाने सब बंद होते जा रहे हैं।
However, the sitting MLA Arup Chatterjee has denied such allegations. He claims that he has addressed the issue of unemployment. Former Minister Aparna Sengupta also claimed to have done a lot for the region during her tenure.
जनता की जो भी मांगे हैं उसको पूरी करते आए हुए हैं। जनता के हर सुख दुख में हम लोग खड़े हुए हैं।
कार्यकाल में जो विकास यहाँ हमने किए और वो जनता के सामने है, हमारा सोच, हमारा विकास जनता के सामने है।
But for people of Nirsa, development remains a key issue in this election. Nirsa will be voting in the fourth phase of elections on December 14th. Close to 3 lakh people are expected to cast ballot to choose a new leader. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, that's it on Verdict 2014 for today. But of course, the updates continue right here on Rajya Sabha TV. So stay tuned.